Sorry about that, bit of lag. Hello everybody, Astocky here, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play of the complete Yogscast pack. Just give me a second because I want to try and do this without getting killed. Now, I would like to say a special thank you to Zombie Killer 11, Chris W9758, Blitz D, and Ashley Kingham, who were all kind enough to respond to me and tell me how to sort things out and do things that I otherwise wasn't going to do a very good job of, like working out how all this stuff works. Come on. Look at that. All of my stuff back. Now the next thing, and I'm going to want to get inside for this, although, where's my iron sword? Back away, zombie man. Awesome, what was that little thing? Come on, it was... Must have been the hat that he dropped. Okay, well. Hopefully now I will get to demo how this whole hat thing works. Hopefully. So you press H and you open up a hat menu. So these are the ones I have. I have Sit Down Creeper Hat. I have Ash's Cap. The Hissing Creeper Hat. The I'm Different Hat, which kind of looks like it's from Portal. And the Literal Cat in a Hat. I think, seeing as Ash was one of the people who helped me out, I am going to go for the Ash's Cap. Does it show up properly? No, it only shows up... I wonder if it shows up on the F5 view. Yes, it shows up on the F5 view, so all of the people that see me are going to see it. Whether that's a good thing or not, I guess it depends on what your idea of a good thing is. I think, though, it is going to be a good thing. Now, what am I here to do? I've got so totally distracted by all of those death points. Map, waypoints... Perfect. It's been a long time since I've used Ray's minimap. I'll be honest with you, I can't entirely remember why I stopped using it. I know that the map writer has some really cool features. One of them is like the cave view, where it doesn't tell you exactly what you're seeing underground, but it kind of almost does like a bit of a sonar thing around you, which I think is really cool. And there's a bunch of other really neat features that it has. The reason why I picked Ray's minimap in this one is because, like I said last time, that's just the default. And I have gone with everything absolutely default in this. In fact, it just updated, so I updated again, clicked Select Recommended, and I went with default again. Ah, tree leaf. That's so not just boring. It's like stuff is happening. What are you? Odd looking limestone. Bit more iron. See, there's just iron everywhere. I love iron. Iron is good. I guess for those of you who are interested in a little bit of what I did, over the Easter weekend, I went out with my family. I don't talk in a lot of detail about my family, but what we did do is we went to a gold mine, and something that I found out about gold is it doesn't spawn just below Y level 24. It spawns in really big veins. I hope that counts as a hat. Yeah, it spawns in really big veins, and the really big veins that it spawns in spawn at quite high altitude. It's just a matter of finding the right kind of rock. And as soon as I started thinking that, because I was in the process of thinking, you know, it'd be a really good idea if they changed the way things spawned in Minecraft. Then I thought to myself, I think there's a mod that already does that, and I think that I hated it. So I tried playing it, and yeah, I just generally didn't enjoy playing it. And that would be... And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad mod. it's just not something that I enjoyed playing. And I've just totally blanked on the name of it. Come on. You guys must know what it was called. Terra Firmacraft. There we go. See, brain working as a team, things get done. You might be thinking as well that this is just a really rubbish house. I would completely agree with that, and I have every intention of making this house substantially better. Oh no, someone's changed my sort key. Sort key is grave. So they didn't so much change my sort key as it's just different by default. I love that. And for those of you who don't know, that's holding down the spacebar key and then just clicking. And what it does is it takes all of the things that you have in your inventory and attempts to move them. It clearly won't always work, but in general it works pretty well. In my case, it didn't move everything over because I just didn't have enough space in my inventory, so clearly that's not going to do it. What I'm going to do here now is make a bit of a farm that'll hopefully get a bunch of those seeds out of the way, and I can start getting some useful crops. Now I want to experiment with making magical crops because I've never actually played with magical crops. I've watched Ryan the Almighty and Yorkie use them in Solitary Asylum, I believe it was, a couple of times each, and I've watched them use them in their Sky Factory series as well. So I mean, I've seen them a lot, I've just never used them. So I thought it would be interesting to test these things out and really just see what it is that they do. You might wonder why I'm doing that and not just using a bucket to take water somewhere. It's because I thought it would be more interesting this way. The next thing that I'm going to do as well is make myself a crook. Because this is going to allow me to get some cool stuff. Why did I not have any cobble on me? It would appear as though it's getting dark already. That is not the start I was hoping for. Where do my torches go? The only downside with that whole shift clicking thing is it does indeed take absolutely everything. I don't even know which of this stuff is plantable. That's going to have to do, and it really is quite dark. Okay, let's go to sleep. Wow, time's getting away from me again. Just gonna repurpose a little bit of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks is how far it should go. So let's. I just want to confirm that that's not going to work by trialing that one just there. I always have to do a little bit extra just to find out if it's actually going to happen that way. So we'll see if that one turns back. Until then, let's just plant a whole heap of stuff. What are you? Mandrake seeds? Belladonna seeds? I don't even know what these things are. Is that like a uses? Nope. Yep. Guess we just plant them all and see what happens. How hard can it be? What do we got? Snowbell seeds. I thought it said snowball seeds. Don't you eat those, horse. Now what else do we have? Water artichoke seeds. Ah, look at that, we plant them on water. So I totally got the hang of this. What I didn't plant though was my carrot. My one singular carrot. Oh. And my sugar cane. I think horses eat carrots, so I better be careful about that. Okay. I'm going to do this just a little bit different. So we know it's sword, pick, shovel. And then hopefully after this I can concentrate on getting myself some useful things. So we want, yep. And then we want to put a bit of there. What is that stuff? Rutile ore, can't get it. Okay. I think I might have seen that in the very first episode as I was running around being just generally a little nuts. Okay, so how much further can you go? Exactly that distance. Gonna break my shovel. I can't help but notice that my food seems to go down really fast. I can't be sure exactly what caused that, whether it's just me or whether it's I haven't played Minecraft in a while or what. I think that's looking pretty good. Now I need to find some sheep. I wonder, entities radar. We don't want to see monsters or slimes or players or squids, either living or lightning, or show directions, but I would like to see animals. Now I'm going to turn that back off. I'm just going to use that every now and then because I think it'd be nice to know where different things are coming from. I totally didn't plant any of my berries either. Where did they go? There, okay. I'm not sure how much I've got or how far my shovel is going to last. Apparently it's going to last about that far. Come on, horse. Didn't want to have to punch you in the face. You made me. And I've just realized if this was to double in height, I wouldn't be able to get them all, so let's put a little bit of path around it. Ooh, more water artichoke seeds, whatever they are, again. Ah man, I love this thing. It's been so long since I've really kind of got into a new game of Minecraft. Now the next thing I'm going to need to do I'm going to have to totally shovel that up, but let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with those. And I think overall that's going to probably be enough berries for me, except for where's my oreberry bush? I'm pretty sure these still need to be in an area that's dark, and I think they might need to be attached to rock. So I have my little so much thinking involved in this game sometimes. Totally should make a shovel. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't know whether that's going to grow any bigger. but we will have to see. So what else did I get? Cotton seeds, okay. Cucumber seeds. More watery thing seeds. Can't plant soul shards. I think that's looking good. I love the fact that it tells you their growth now. I have no idea what any of these plants look like when they're fully grown either, so this is going to cause me some real issues in the near future. You're going to eat a lot of berries to fill yourself up. I heard there's some kind of berry thing you can get, so you need 3 kinds of berries and a bowl to make a berry medley. Okay, cool. I only have 2 kinds of berries though, so that's clearly not going to work for me. Where is my crook? It is now time to get some good stuff. Okay. I fail to see why you're not dropping like you do in Skyblock. Why are you not dropping lots of stuff? Should be like silkworms everywhere. I wonder if they've turned off silkworms. Let's be honest, that would really suck if they've taken off silkworms. They also seem to have substantially nerfed the rate at which my saplings fall down. Not that it's such a big deal when you're not playing Skyblock. I get in Skyblock why you need a lot of saplings. It was still something I was kind of looking forward to in this version. Because I was planning on having this whole renewable mineral system. But I guess I'm going to have to go for a cobblestone generator. I'm almost considering making a flint and steel here, just to burn this thing down. I hate these big trees so bad. Okay, so clearly I'm going to have to come up with a new plan. What happened there? Snow broke the tree. Sheep. Okay. Okay, this is important. I don't know what sheep eat, but it doesn't matter. Consider yourself penned in, sheep. Well, I mean, don't consider yourself penned in yet, because clearly one wall does not a pen make. Okay, I got this. You are so not going anywhere, sheep. I have this crazy feeling though I'm going to die. that something is just going to appear and kill me. But until that happens, let's run with this and pretend I know what I'm doing. Okay. Get in there. No, no, get back. That's getting pretty close. It's still zombies. I hear zombies everywhere now. Ow, who just shot? Him. Him again. So, clearly nighttime is the bane of all evil. Zombie man. This whole nighttime thing is just totally not cool. Look at that. What the heck are you? You're not gonna let me sleep now, are you? You're a pretty serious zombie too. Come on, one more hit. Great, and then he brings his friends. Shouldn't have left the door open. Why do they all have to be wearing armor? If they drop something, at least that would be useful for me. Ooh, they did. Okay, I take that back. I totally take that back. Oh, the concentration required. Okay, I totally take that back. I have a steel chest plate, osmium leggings, and someone dropped a helmet. Where'd that helmet go? Or was it a hat? That sheep can't have followed me all the way over here, can he? I wish I knew what sheeps. I wish I knew what sheep ate. It's clear they're not going to eat seeds. It must be wheat. I can think of nothing else that sheep would prefer to eat than wheat. So close to having a sheep pen now. And I have a grand reason for having a sheep pen too. This beautiful thing called... How many did I capture? I got a few. Yeah, a beautiful thing called an elevator that you can make with the Open Blocks mod. That lets you just push spacebar and all of a sudden, zoop, you're up on like the roof. And then you push shift and then zoop, you drop back down. It is brilliant. More mods should have cool things like that. Are you a... You are an aura. And, ooh, you, cows. Okay. Cows are cool too. I've gone for a simpler idea with this one. Ooh, during the day? Okay. Yes, I intend to tip all those cows. Just gonna dig a little pit and push them in it. And that's because I want leather. And then my plan, my grand plan, is to, once I work out how to lure them, is to dig a big underground tunnel and join them up in some kind of complicated base. I'm not sure exactly if that's going to work. I'm not even sure how long it's going to take, but I have a dream. And I think dreams are useful things to have in Minecraft, because sometimes the gameplay gets a little bit stale. And definitely don't want stale. Definitely want exciting, interesting, never before seen craziness. That's also part of the reason why I am not, looking up in a great deal of detail how other people got started and did really cool things with these mods. I think that's also something that the Yogscast do a pretty good job of doing. They often spend a lot of time almost fluffing around. I mean, it's kind of what they're known for, but they spend a lot of time, I think on purpose, not being the most productive they could possibly be, and I think it's for that reason, because it just makes for more interesting footage when things are happening and things are being different. Super cow tipper, not just cow tipper. Let's be honest, he wasn't doing any good. Oh good, he's still in there. Gonna get myself one more. The death of one more sheep. Now, back to try and do/find something useful. Okay. I can't imagine I'm going to have a big need for pork. But just in case I ever do, I want to have 2 pigs. Beautiful. I've found this to be almost a necessary evil ever since Minecraft did away with random animal spawns. Because you just can't rely on animals to be where you want them to be when you want them to be there. So I feel it's a bit like Noah's Ark. You've got to have the whole keep a couple of animals alive thing. That's a chicken with a solar panel hat. I'm going to keep you alive just for the solar panel hat. You growing yet? Slowly. Are you growing yet? I have no idea how I know if these things are finished. These guys are not. If anyone knows anything about witchery, again, I didn't even know witchery was a mod. So many of these things I didn't know were things. But having said that, let's cook up a whole lot of food. And I will aim to do something useful, hopefully in the near future. Hopefully. Because what I'm thinking is going to be my useful thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to build myself a house. I'm going to stick with kind of this bit of a design. and there's a good reason for that. Is what I'm going to do, and well, actually, to be honest, I'm not totally sure if it's going to work. But what I'm aiming to do is build another 4 of these, and then use those as like the pillars for my house. So I'm going to have like 4 little outhouse type things, and I'm going to hopefully in one build a staircase up, in another one build an elevator up, and then in a third one build probably like a mine shaft or something like that that takes me downstairs. And then everything else I'm going to make it up as I go and just see what happens really. So once again we've pretty much hit the half-hour mark. So I'm thinking that I'm going to call an end to it now. Although what I might do is I might just quickly pause the video and then I'll come back once I've built the other 4 base pillars for my house, and next episode I can build the actual house proper itself. So I'll pause the video and I'll come back in just a second, so bear with me please. Okay guys, welcome back. So here we have house number 1. Like I said, that's going to be my sleeping and living house for the first little while. Here, house number 2, it's going to be the stairs house. Still have solar panel chicken. Here we have house number 3, which is going to be pretty much house that becomes the elevator house or sitting there house. One of those two, I don't know which one yet. And over here we're going to have mine shaft house. And this one is mine shaft house because we are right on the edge. I added like a row of blocks on, but we are right on the edge of an open pit, what could be an open pit mine. I'm actually going to fill this in because I hate the idea of falling down. But yeah, so there we have like an open pit miney type thing that I think is going to work out pretty well. You know, I can't promise anything, but of all the things you can't be sure about in Minecraft, that's one of them. So where were we? Over here. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra growth on your side. Thinking, okay, that's not cool. Oh goodness. Okay. I got a mandrake root. Can hear bad noises. Clearly, that was not how I was meant to do this. But we'll plant the mandrake seeds again, and we'll see what happens next time. What else do we get? More belladonna seeds? I'm sure belladonna is a poisonous herb. I'm sure of it. I promise you I didn't look that up offline, so if I am right, awesome. Otherwise, I'm positive. Or at least as positive as I can be. An icy needle! What are you used for? To make a frozen heart. Wow. Yeah, I need to find out now. Are you growing? You don't appear to be growing. At least you guys are all growing. You know, I might not be able to do too much, but can do sugarcane. Can't think of any reason why I need to do sugarcane, but just in case I ever need to, I can do it. I think like every every good survivalist, I'm going to have a big steak, and then I'm going to call it the end of this episode and go to bed. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, Astocky out.